The fact that this is the debt service bill, where there's really not much debate about this on your side, I don't think, and 9 other parts of the bill are not ready to be discussed on behalf of the people of New York State. I hate to have to say this to you, but arguably you have failed to do the most important thing you are elected to do, and that is pass a good, balanced, timely budget which helps with the quality of life in New York State and make sure we keep people in this state. And I think we all realize that all levers of power are controlled by my colleagues on that side and the colleagues on the other side in the Assembly and the governor. Super majorities. You've been given a super majority in this House, in the Assembly a super majority. You have a governor of your affiliation. If I had to define the process to get to this point, we don't know what the final process will look like right now. We know this is a part of it, this debt service. And I want to tell you, many of us along the way in relationship to this bill have not voted for this debt. When you listen to the comptroller, he talks about how about paying as you go along on occasion. Just had a $4.2 billion infrastructure environmental bond that was passed, which added to debt. Got more debt here. If I had to define the process to get to this point, it's kind of like the Titanic moving towards the iceberg. Now, it looks like it's in slow motion, but it is going full steam. But one caveat left. You're not rearranging the chairs. You're rearranging less than the chairs on the Titanic. You're doing less than that right now to get to this point with that much power. You all had the understanding of when the budget should be passed. You all had an understanding of what the differences are with the governor, with you in the Assembly. And right now we're standing here with less than 1/10 of the budget, or maybe 1/10 of the budget being done, moving in to we don't know how many days it's going to be late. So I have to tell you, first of all, I'm not going to vote for paying a debt service on debt that I think my constituents didn't agree to, because not much of this was put on the ballot to vote for my constituents. But I mean, the process itself is arguably the worst you could have had with all that power. If you can't get the single most important thing you're expected to do in a timely fashion, controlling both houses and the governor, I think if we lost 319,000 people last year, we're going to lose 600,000 in the upcoming year, because they're talking about they can't afford to live here anymore. Not one of these bills spends less than $7 billion. Yours spends up to $16 billion more when you combine what the governor wants to spend, and I'm not sure they're doing that much better in the Assembly. So I'm not going to be voting for this, and I want to see what it looks like when you hit that iceberg and the chairs of the deck go flying off the ship, and you impact our quality of life even worse, and that bleeding continues to happen. So very disappointed that the budget's not in place. My constituents sent me here to tell you that, and we're very hopeful that you can look back and really look at the fact you're not just senators, you're not just Assembly people, you're representatives. What does a representative do? It listens to its constituents. Every survey, every poll says the 2 top areas, affordability, we can't afford to live here, and public safety. You took the one thing out so far that the governor put in here which made some sense. 49 other states do it. Talk about the dangerousness of those individuals are before our judges and giving them the opportunity to have discretion. You took that out of the budget. So you're doubling down so far. I want to see the final analysis on the 2 most important things in the surveys that our constituents are talking to us about. It's not only Republicans. On those 2 most important issues, it's Democrats and Republicans. So I can't be confident in voting for this, and I'm certainly not confident going forward from what I've seen in the process. Thank you.